Today's sponsored ICO is Quadrant, a blockchain-based protocol for data economy. Don't forget, this is just an opinion piece, not financial advice, and if you wish to invest, you'll need to perform your own due diligence. So Quadrant is a blockchain-based protocol that enables the access, creation and distribution of data products and services. Now it might sound a lot like other ICOs that are out there at the moment, but the difference with this one is at its core is the authenticity and provenance of the data. So let me tell you a bit about the data economy. I guess you could really compare it to space. It's unmapped and very chaotic. Quadrant serves though as the blueprint that provides an organized system for the utilization of decentralized data. Quadrant is looking to solve several major problems that are currently facing the data economy. One of such problems is the widening AI data gap between the haves and the haves not. Then we've got the ubiquitous fake and unauthentic data destroying the usefulness of any algorithm, because of course if you've got bad data then you're going to get bad results no matter what the algorithm is. Then there's the unsustainable data feeds breaking production systems when they go offline, and finally another big problem, the unfair revenue distribution for the original data producers. So the goal really of Quadrant throughout their whole platform is to develop a sort of blueprint that provides for an organized system to use this decentralized data. Quadrant maps disparate data sources so that the new and innovative data products can potentially be created to help companies meet their data needs. This might be particularly helpful for smaller companies, for example, that don't have the resources to authenticate all the data that they need to use. So the main features of the project really lay on the proof of data authenticity, where it's required that all the data is publicly stamped. So that means we always know the origin of it. Now the provenance constellations for disparate data sources are intended to level the playing field, you could say, so that everyone has access to the data that they need when they need it, and that there's fair remuneration and incentive sharing. So Quadrant's ultimate goal then is to create a platform where they can offer an infrastructure that facilitates the exchange of DaaS and AI services between different organizations. It will enable data vendors to sell their data with the use of data smart contracts, and of course for the buyers to purchase data and trace its authenticity, which is really incredibly important, and that can be done through the network's data stamping verification system. In turn, this enables DaaS and AI service firms to build new products and services on top of the infrastructure and network. So now let's get to the ICO itself. Well, it has a good rating on ICO Bench, although as we speak only 2 experts have contributed to the rating so far. The website appears to be very well laid out, and so is the white paper. The team seems to be well seasoned. We've looked through all their profiles and they already have a good set of partnerships aligned. Their whitelisting was concluded within only 22 minutes from the time it went public, and the team has just signed new partnerships with Chainrock, Kinetic Capital and the government of Singapore, and is also part of the Draper network. Quadrant has already launched their testnet mainnet, which is going live soon, and they already have clients lined up. So let's get to the all-important token economics. Although the ICO or token generation date is yet to be announced, the crowd sale will have a soft cap of $3 million and a hard cap of $20 million. The currencies which will be accepted for the purchase of the tokens will be Ether, and the price per eQuad token will be 5 US cents. The project requires a whitelisting process, and citizens from the US, Canada, New Zealand, China and Korea won't be able to participate. The project also requires a Know Your Customer process and an anti-money laundering process for those who wish to participate as well. As for the unsold tokens, well, they'll be held as a reserve for future token sales that could be carried out within the next 2 years after the main sale. As for token distribution, out of the total supply of 1 billion eQuad tokens, 40% will go to the crowd sale and 20% will be held by the company. Then another 20% will be allocated for the stakeholders towards advisory, security and operational purposes, 10% for reserve and 10% for the team. As for the fund allocation, well, that will work as follows: 35% for business and network development, 30% for platform enhancements and SDK development, 25% for operations and security, and then another 5% for legal, accounting and compliance, and finally 5% for Treasury. As mentioned before, the TGE date has yet to be announced, but you can check out the project online today at quadrantprotocol.com.